Oh man, this was a hectic week. Oh, what can I say? A lot of things has been going on in my life, a lot of physics teaching and as well as my PhD work on full flow, and there are much more things going on. So you can basically say the hustle culture or the hustle life is still on and I'm absolutely enjoying it. As you can see, lately I haven't been able to upload full-length video where I actually motivate students or teach stuff that are actually important for students, but mainly I was uploading shorts in order to maintain that friendly relationship with you, people that are subscribed to this channel and people that watch these videos and enjoy, so that you may know that I'm still alive and I'm still passionate about creating these YouTube videos. So let's get started. Let's teach you something amazing that I actually use in my videos. So yeah, if you're new here, my name is Muhammad Hasan. I'm an engineer, currently a PhD student doing my research on fractal antenna and a passionate physics teacher, and you can also say a YouTuber. In this video, I'll be challenging myself to teach you how to grab amazing quality audio that I actually use. The technique that I use, I'll be sharing with you so that you can use it if you are a content creator or you are planning to create content for platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Then you can use this technique that I'm going to share with you and make your video or the content that you're creating much more crisp and professional. So let's challenge myself and see whether I can teach you these techniques that I use as fast as possible. So before jumping, let me tell you that this video will be divided into three parts. Firstly, I'll be talking about the hardware or the mics that I use or you can use and the advantage and disadvantage. Secondly, how to use the hardware that you actually have. And thirdly or finally, you can say the software that you can use or that I use to edit the audio in order to add that final touch in order to make it more professional. So without any further delay, let's get started. But before that, let me tell you that if you have been enjoying this video, then please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, then please consider doing so. That will actually motivate me to create more content, amazing content for you. And you can do another favor for me, that there's a bell icon beside the subscribe button. You can hit that bell icon so that I can disturb you anytime I upload a new video. So let's get started. So basically, there are two kinds of mic that you can use for creating your content for different platforms. The number one is the compressor mic and number two is the lav mic. Now, let me put forward the difference between compressor mic and lav mic so that you can decide for yourself which is the hardware that you actually need for your use, because each of the mic has different use and functionality and has its own advantage and disadvantage. Now, when it comes to compressor mic, the mic that you are actually seeing here, the compressor mic is unidirectional, whereas the lav mic is omnidirectional. Now, what's the difference and what's the advantage for that? Now, if something is unidirectional, that means it can capture sound from only one direction, whereas omnidirectional means it captures sound from all direction, as a result of which the amount of noise captured by omnidirectional mic will be more, whereas noise captured by unidirectional mic like this one is less. So when it comes to noise cancellation, compressor mic is just amazing and it does a much better job because it can capture sound only from one direction. For this mic, as you can see, it captures sound only from this direction, so that sound coming from this direction are not actually get captured. Whereas for lav mic, if you're using a lav mic, what happens is everything gets captured. Therefore, the mic is more prone to noise. So the first advantage is compressor mic does a much better job when it comes to noise cancellation and capturing more noise-free sound. So you can say that compressor mic is much better, but hold on, there are more points that you need to consider. When it comes to portability, then compressor mic is less portable than lav mic, because compressor mic requires a stand to hold, so you cannot use it everywhere. You need a proper stand, a proper studio, a proper setup to use this kind of mic. But when it comes to lav mic, you can use it anywhere. It's very portable. Just attach it to the collar and you're good to go. For example, if you're vlogging, then compressor mic will actually won't work. If you're shooting your videos outside, then compressor mic won't work. But if you have a studio setup where you create videos like I do, sitting at the corner of my bedroom, then this will absolutely work. So if you're investing on compressor mic, then you need to buy one stand which will actually hold this mic in order to give a proper sound. The compressor mic that I'm using is WR800, which costs around 1000 rupees in India market. You can also get this lav mic around the same price. It's from the company name Mano. So this is all the advantage and disadvantage for each setup. So if you're a vlogger, then consider the lav mic, but if you are creating something educational on a setup at the corner of your bedroom or studio, then compressor mic is much better. If you're a vocalist, then you can use this compressor mic to create amazing audio quality. So now let's move on to our next part of the video, that is how to use the hardware that you actually have. The first and the most important thing that you need to know about audio is the enemy of the audio. The enemy to a good audio is noise. So your first task is to reduce the noise of the environment that you are actually in and then capture or record your audio. What you can do is close all your windows and doors, and you can also switch off your fan, and if the weather is hot you can use your AC. I'm telling you to reduce as much as you can the environment noise before pressing the record button to record your audio or video. The second thing that you need to do is to record your voice as close as possible to the mic. So as you can see, I'm talking from a distance. So this is the studio setup, as you can see. But if you are creating voiceover, what you can actually do is come closer to the mic. As you can see, the more closer you are to the mic, the more depth and more warm the voice becomes, so that it can capture much better audio if you are closer to the mic. Whereas if you move away, you need to speak a bit louder. So if you are a vocalist or creating voiceover, I will suggest you to come as close as possible to the mic so that it can capture that depth, creamy voice and bassy voice, so that it actually gives satisfaction and enjoyment when they hear your voice using a headphone or maybe a good stereo speaker. So yeah, whether you are using a compressor mic or a lav mic, you need to be as close as possible in order to capture a good voice. So this is all about how to use the hardware that you have. So now let's move on to a final part, the part that is actually the cherry on the cake. If you know this, then it can enhance the audio quality like magic. So for that, I need to jump on my computer, and now you'll see my computer screen, and the software that I'm using is Adobe Premiere Pro. So let's get started. Once you've recorded the audio, just bring that file into Premiere Pro. As you can see, this is the audio file that we'll be using to show you how it's done. The first thing that you need to do is to play the audio file. As you can see, I will be playing this file, and once I play this file, you need to check this audio meter here. This is the audio meter. If the audio meter shows level well below -3 dB, so this is -3 dB. If your audio meter shows level below -3 dB, that means that your audio level is low and you need to enhance the level. For that, select the audio and go to Effect Control Panel. As you can see, I'm doing that. This is the Effect Control Panel. So I'll select this audio from here, and then what I'll do is I will deselect this level. This is the volume, and I will click 5 dB. As a trial. You can check how this actually works for your audio. It depends on the loudness of your audio. Once this is done, now if I play the audio, you can see that this audio level is reaching near about -3 dB, and sometimes it overshoots -3 dB. So this is okay. Now you need to play the audio and check it whether it's good. Once this is done, the next effect that we'll be using is dynamics. So go to Effect and type dynamics. So once you typed dynamics, just drag that effect and pull it over the audio. Once you pull it over the audio, you'll get a dynamic tab here under the effect control panel. Now what does actually dynamic do? I will explain that. Don't worry, just follow these steps. Go to dynamic here and click on the edit button. Now select the limiter and put it -3 dB. And then close it. Now your dynamics are set. Now what do you mean by dynamics? What it actually does? What happens is if your audio goes beyond -3 dB, sometimes the audio cracks, which is quite annoying as a listener. So in order to avoid that, we use the effect called dynamics. I hope this is clear. Now let's move on to our next effect. The third effect that I use is denoise. So I'll type it here under the effect tab and just select this denoise and drag and drop over the audio. Now again, we'll be following the same step. Go to Effect Control Panel, select the denoise, edit button, and you need to select light noise. So light noise is actually basically 20%. What I actually do is for my setting, I select 30% or sometimes 40%, now depending on the amount of noise you have in your audio. But my suggestion is don't go over 50, because sometimes what happens if you go over 50, then the audio becomes a bit robotic, which actually takes away the quality of the audio. So once this is done, just play and check whether things are going correctly. Don't worry, I will play the whole thing and I will show you the comparison, how much the audio has changed and improved. So just keep on following this step and we'll check that comparison at the end. Now once this is done, the final effect that I use is bass. So again, go to effect and type out bass. Now drag and drop over the audio and you'll see a bass tab appearing under the effect control. Now here what you need to do is select this, and for my voice quality 8 dB does a better job. So depending on the thickness of your voice or depth of your voice, this value may vary. For my voice, 8 dB does a pretty good job. I don't have a deep voice, so in order to add some weight to it, I use this effect. So once this is done, your audio is ready, and I think it's in a good level. Like if you play it and hear it, you can see the audio is sounding amazing. Okay, so another effect that I don't use, but if you're a vocalist, you can use that is Studio Reverb. So select Studio Reverb from here, drag and drop, and what you can do is select Edit from the effect control panel, go to this drop down menu and select Vocal Reverb Medium. It will give a very good reverb if you're a vocalist and will add a bit of professionality to your audio. But I don't use it, so what I'll do is I'll select this and I will delete this. Once you have done this, I will apply this whole effect to all the audios that I have. I have 3 audio clips here. Okay, so I'll add it there. So what I will do is select all these effects, copy them and paste it here. Okay, so we are pretty much done. Now what you can do, in order to add a little bit of spice to your audio, you can add some background music which takes our audio to the next level. I have already added a background music to this audio. So once this is done, now let's see the comparison, how the audio was earlier and how the final product actually is. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Muhammad Hasan. I'm an engineer, currently a PhD scholar and a teacher on YouTube where I teach stuff that can enhance your life. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Muhammad Hasan. I'm an engineer, currently a PhD scholar and a teacher on YouTube where I teach stuff that can enhance your life. So yeah, this is all for this video. If you enjoyed this video and if you feel like this video added some kind of value to your life, then please hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed it, please consider doing so for awesome content in the future. Till then, bye bye.